Hello everybody. This is Ralph, and in this video, I want to answer the question, which is better to be doing on social media? Is it better to be writing long posts, long form text content, or is it better to be writing short posts, short form content? And the truth of the matter is, I don't really think there is an absolute right or wrong answer for this. I have seen some marketers out there who will write long form content on Facebook. We're talking like the maximum character limit for a text post on Facebook today is 63,206 characters. That averages out to approximately 10,500 words. You can write a short story in under 10,000 words. But I do know some marketers out there who use that tactic. And I mean, we're talking 6 and 7 figure earners. I also know some marketers out there who will stick to short form content. They know how to do it well. And again, a lot of these people can be making 5 figures a year online, 6 figures a year online. I've seen some others go up into the 7-figure ballpark. So, I mean, short form works for them, just like long form works for somebody else. But now, here's a fact that I think what might really blow your mind. I also know some very good online marketers who make a living doing online marketing who rarely post at all. They don't post that much on their Facebook profile. You'll go visit their Facebook profile and there'll be some birthday wishes from somebody a year ago. And that's the most recent post on their Facebook profile. And yet they'll be making sales. How is this possible? Because they do a really good job of commenting in a friendly and informative way on other people's posts. They'll be talking to people in the comment section of their posts. They'll be talking to people on other people's business pages, places like that. They'll be talking to people in groups, and they'll be talking to people in the DMs. They do not focus on posting, but they focus almost 90 to 100% on talking to people, and they make sales that way. And in many respects, I think that's probably the better way to be doing it. Peter Vogt, I think it was, in his book, 6 Months to 6 Figures, recommended that if you wanted to jumpstart your income, do it like in 6 months. You were better off on social media to be focusing on income producing activities. He said spend 80% of your time on income producing activities, which involves, reaching out to people, talking to people, showing them your stuff, telling them about your business, interacting with people in a friendly way. That's more or less what he calls income producing activities. And the other 20% of your time, he recommends that on legacy building activities. Now, what are legacy building activities? Pretty much the stuff that most people think is 100% of social media marketing, not just 20%. Namely, posting on social media, making YouTube videos, and things like that. So, which is better for you if you want to be making sales on social media? Long form posts, short form posts, no posts at all, just get out there and start talking to people in the groups, on the pages, and in the DMs? Whatever works for you is going to be what works for you, and that is the path that you should choose. Again, I know some marketers that do 7 figures a year that get very verbose in their Facebook posts. I mean, we're talking like pushing the limit, 10,000 words. And I know other entrepreneurs, myself included, doing pretty good in the online world. I've been making money online, money from home, since 2009, been doing it full time since 2011, and I rarely use long form. I'll make long form videos. Rarely will I be doing long form text posts. It's a rarity for me to be writing over 500 words, but I will do long form video. That's kind of like my forte. And then there are other people out there don't do any posting, hardly any posting at all, but they do a fantastic job of talking to people, following up with those people, closing the sale, making the sales. They're very good at that. So whatever works for you is the path that you should choose. Just ask yourself the question, am I naturally going to be like a long form content writer? Well, if so, go for 10,000 words on Facebook. That might be the best path for you. Or write a Kindle book. You can write a Kindle book around 10,000 words, maybe a little bit shorter, maybe, 20,000, 30,000 words. I've seen Kindle books of all sizes out there. And the thing about writing a Kindle book, you write a book on Kindle, you put your name on it. It's a lot easier for people to find it on Kindle than it is to find some of our posts here on Facebook. A lot of times, I'll find a post on Facebook, I'll think it's pretty neat, and then the content will refresh, I'll lose it, and I'll have a devil of a time trying to find that same post. You don't have that problem on Kindle or other online libraries. You just type in the author's name, the title of the book, and bam, you've got it. So again, it all depends on what feels right to you, what is going to work for you. If you're naturally a very verbose person, long form will be your ninja ability, probably. If you were raised on poetry, short stories, things like that, you like to keep things short and sweet and to the point, like I do, then short form will be your superpower. If you're very good striking up conversations with strangers, talking to people online, which are talents anybody can develop, by the way, if they just focus on them, then maybe not focusing much on posting at all and just taking it straight to the groups, straight to the DMs might be the better way for you to go. But I see posts on social media as legacy and authority building strategies. People will look back at your Facebook page, see what you've written there, and that will tell them pretty much who you are in a nutshell, what you've accomplished in your business, in your life, your philosophy, your point of view, things like that. But a lot of that stuff may not necessarily translate into sales. From my experience, what does translate into sales? Getting out there and talking to people. So I think that's what we really should be focusing on more than anything else. Yeah, you can make killer content. Yeah, you can make killer content that's long form. Yeah, you can make killer content that's short form, and even use that killer content to be making sales. But my experience on that is it takes time to develop that. Give it 6 months. Some people say give it a year. Some people will spend longer than that, be focusing 100% on legacy building content, posting on social media, posting, hoping to make sales, never make sales even after a couple of years. But I do know that once you get out there, get over your shyness, get over your hang-ups, and start talking to people face to face, one-on-one, as it were, up close and personal, you can start making sales. So again, it's all up to you. Decide your strategy, your best strategy that's going to work for you, and then find a mentor that has mastered that strategy. Take advice from that mentor, get out there and start doing it. And that's, is what's going to work for you. So yeah, long form, short form, no form, formless posting. Yeah, it all can work. The question is, which strategy is right for you? There are many different ways to make money online. What a lot of people will do, they'll focus on one or two methods and think that's all there is. Well, it's a lot more to marketing than just one or two things. So yeah, explore, find what's right for you, and do it. Ralph signing out. Have a great weekend. Talk soon.